Disclaimer everyone, this podcast is the collaborative efforts by Faculty of Resource Science and Technology, FRST Media, Graduate Association of Science and Technology, GRAS, and Persatuan Science dan Teknologi Persaintek. Hello and welcome to the very first of FRST podcast, the official podcast of the Faculty of Resource Science and Technology, FRST. My name is Mama Jeffrey, and I'll be your host as we explore the stories, experience, and on conversation from our community. This podcast is something new for us, a space to showcase not just academics, but also the human side of our faculty. And I can't think of a better way to begin than by speaking with the person who guides the vision and direction of our faculty. So today, I am truly honored to be joined by our Dean, Professor Technologist Dr. Faisal Ali bin Anwarali Khan. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Sure. Thank you so much, Saudara Jeffrey.
Now, before we get into the serious stuff, I'd like to start with a few lighthearted questions just to get know the person behind this title. Think of it as a warm up. So, most of the people right now would like to know about how do you end up in UNIMAS and about your little career progression.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good afternoon, Saudara Jeffrey. I call Jeffrey,
Jeffrey.
Boleh? Okay. First and foremost, before we move into the question, there's a lot of things I can share about that particular question, and I think I should first congratulate the team, Saudara Jeffrey, and of course the technical team over here for advancing in having our podcast, and this will be our first. So a big congratulations to the whole team. So well done. And now answering the question, how I end up in FSTS. A quick background about myself. I'm originally from Penang, anak Pulau Pinang.
Anak Papina,
That came to Sarawak in 2001.
2001.
Very similar to you.
Yeah, I'm born in this world at 2001.
Okay. I'm still very young. Came 2001 as a student, and I did my undergraduate. And interestingly, not many people know that I was initially in a chemistry program. I started as a chemistry student, and I was in a chemistry program for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. I see.
Then my interest has been always in biology, and I was very fortunate at the time. There were still position for me to move to a biology related program, which is the biotechnology program. So after 2 weeks, I moved into a biotechnology program, and since then, I completed my undergraduate degree in biotechnology, and in 2004 I completed. And in 2004 there was a scheme at that time. It is called as a tutor program, whereby I joined UNIMAS as a tutor in 2004. And then I was tasked at that time as a tutor. Now I moved from biotechnology into zoology program, and I was tasked to look into genetic related studies in a zoology program, in particular emphasis on evolution. So I was sent to do my master's and PhD in evolutionary studies, and my animal model at that time, because I'm now in a zoology program, so I need to have my animal model, and I work on bats. So that's a quick note on my background in moving as a student, and then continuing as a staff. And actually, I almost end up to do my master's in biotechnology program in cancer research. But before I started with my cancer research program, I was already being hired as a tutor. And then my journey as a zoologist continued
Ah,
until I am who I am today.
I see.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about pets. So why did you choose to go for pets?
Very interesting question, and I think this would relate to many of my students as well, and students out there in choosing what you work on. So, of course, bats or any other animal is your model system. Is what you work on, what you choose, where you want to answer big questions. So, my big questions around the idea of biogeography, evolution. So you need to choose a model whereby I can have a sample that I can work on to look into their genetics, and bats or small mammals such as rodents, squirrels, shrews are some of small mammals whereby you can go out there, you can trap in the forest or bats in the forest or in the cave, whereby you can have enough material for you to look into addressing this different question. Bats, very interestingly, um, they come in many different forms. When I say forms, they are they are in different habitat. One of these are in cave, another one in forest. Now you can also see them in some human-made structures. And interesting enough, they explore different diet niches. So some of them move into eating fruits, some uh, in pollination, some being carnivore, feeding on different small mammals, frogs, and very interestingly, there are some who feed very strictly on blood. And when I say strict, they don't eat anything else except for blood.
Except for blood.
Yep.
So um interestingly, I mean like why do bats always been associated with vampirism? Vampire?
If you uh, if you can recall how a vampire look like,
It had
the
a
first features,
fang.
it has a fang, you know. So and the fang is always associated with someone biting you and then having blood.
Ah,
Okay, and bats specifically, but interestingly, these bats are not here
ah,
in our
but
part of the world, which is not in Southeast Asia, not in Europe, but they are primarily found in southern North America or South America or Central America. That's where you see these vampire bats. And although vampires have been showcased with the fang, but our vampire bats, they do not have that fang or canine.
okay.
Their tooth are the front tooth incisors, very sharp indeed. And you can imagine these bats, having said that they only feed on blood, they are very. I've never hold them. That's the first thing. I've
Okay.
never hold them alive, but I've seen them in specimen. They appears to be very fluidy. So if you hold their skin, they can even turn. You know,
Oh,
they can turn back and forth, so they can just bite you.
I
So you need to have a very good grip, and that's what was told to me. So I'm always excited. I'm looking forward to see one day, hopefully. But yeah, that's how they associate bats who feed on blood and vampire
I see.
that feed on blood.
I'm from blood.
Yeah.
Another common things that people always think about vampire is that their ability to sleep upside down, just like how the best. But I think that why do best sleep upside down?
Well, there's a lot of ecological question. Okay. Um, if we can think along this way, bats have explored a very interesting behavior whereby when many organism, vertebrate especially, they are pretty much active during the day, right? They go find food during the day, and then during the night they sleep, rest.
Yeah.
Okay, but to avoid this competition, you explore something new, whereby you go out during the night and you sleep during the day.
I see.
Okay. If that is the case, you can imagine that during the day, everyone is actively looking for food. Okay. So if you are sleeping at that time, you may be eaten
I see.
by those people who are actively searching. So one of the key adaptation where we see bats hanging upside down allow them to be alert all the time. So they can always see what's happening down there. Is anyone approaching them? Because they are sleeping during the day. Otherwise, if they also sleep, you would expect them, someone just come in, bite,
Yeah.
eat, and that's it. So that is one of the reason how we see that bats have adapted towards hanging upside down.
I see. So mostly it's like a survival. Their survival instinct.
Correct? Adaptation.
Adaptation.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Prof, thank you for that. I think we all get to see more personal side of you there. Now, let us dive a little deeper
Sure.
into the faculty itself. So, into the faculty itself, since our faculty is Faculty of Resource Science and Technology, so people will be wondering or asking about the faculty itself, right? So, Prof, when people ask you about the faculty, FRST, what's the first thing you usually tell them?
So, Faculty of Resource Science and Technology, a very interesting name. If you would see from the name itself, faculty, the one that is quite typical is Faculty of Science and Technology.
Yes.
So in Borneo, in Sarawak, we have Faculty of Resource Science and Technology to indicate that our faculty is being the forerunner in looking into the different resources that is available uniquely in Borneo and try to explore what are the uniqueness of these resources. This can be either plant, this can be zoology animal, this can be aquatic resources, or natural products through chemistry that you can explore, or using different technology to explore these resources. So our faculty are built on this particular basis, whereby looking into how we can uniquely utilize these wonderful, wonderful resources and use Borneo. And this is what my mentor told me. Borneo serve as the natural experimental lab.
Nature.
So the forest there out there is a unique experimental lab that allows you to do your experiment and to learn about the wonders of the nature. So Faculty of Resource Science is appropriately designed to address this uniqueness of our Borneo rich biodiversity.
So there's our Borneo Rich Diversity. So it's indeed that Faculty Resource Science and Technology will become the founder, the first of the trying to all the technology something in Borneo, only located in Borneo, such as all the natural products that have been only discovered in Borneo Island itself, is it?
Correct. Of course, at the beginning, when UNIMAS started, we among the pioneers in
The
looking
frontiers.
into different research that involve these resources. And of course, now it has grown into many different institutes are also having similar programs or slightly different niche and so forth. Again, addressing the core concept or the core question to look into what are the potential that our biodiversity has and to unlock this potential so that it can benefit the humankind.
Yeah. See, okay, interesting question about this faculty is that not only going to be frontier in all the so resources that from pneumonia, but you also try to being some practice like initiatives, something like that. So looking at where we are today, higher education is always evolving. What are some exciting priorities or initiatives that FRS is currently working on?
So some of these that I can share, I think at the university level, we are moving towards some key areas. Of course, I think one thing that is quite apparent is that we have our newest program. This is called agro technology. So we can already see that we are moving towards this agro industry, and we are putting a lot of effort in agro biotechnology program, looking into different type of resources. For example, what are the varieties of rice that we have, and how we can have the best variety in Sarawak. So that's one that is ongoing, and of course, this is still we are still exploring opportunities with industry, and we are really hoping to have industry to work hand to hand with us in campus. That's one. Another thing, exciting thing, which I really look forward, which I think it is has been approved and currently moving forward, is to have our own aquaculture center. So this is something new, and we are currently looking into it. Not only looking into it, actually it has been approved. We are looking into to have this started. So we already have location, we already have funding. So it is just waiting for the moment when the construction will start to take place. And this is going to be a very exciting time for our team, especially those with the aquaculture background, to have their own aquaculture experimental lab in campus.
That's really exciting to know about all the initiative and the that faculties will have going, such as the yeah, it's mentioned about the research about the Borneo rice plant. Also, we have our own aquaculture center, and then like this thing will give like, some vision about what this faculty is about. Not only that, I mean like we're gonna talk about something else about this faculty, such as what's the program have been proposed inside the faculty. I mean, have been um will be programs that we would like to share about this faculty. Like if not mistaken, under the university there's only they have five, right? There's
With
chemistry.
agro, we have six.
We have six. Would you like to describe, but explain a little bit about all the six
Sure.
programs?
Um, so we have our biotechnology program. So biotechnology program includes areas that involve microbiology, and of course, very soon we're going to have food security
Food security.
for at the master's level by coursework. Also under biotechnology program. Not only that, fermentation technology. That's we are also moving towards that direction. We are also looking into disease studies, cancer research. So these are some of the key areas that we have. Other than that, we also have people with I mentioned microbiology, cancer, fermentation technology, and then we have what else? We are I think those are the key areas in biotechnology. Of course, human-related genetic studies and so forth. And in biotechnology, we also have plant improvement, plant genetics, plant tissue culture program in biotechnology program. As we move into chemistry, one of the key thing that what we call as mover and shaker in chemistry is moving towards green technology. So that is something that our chemistry members are looking into very strongly, so that we can align our research with the agenda at the state level or at the national level. So that is something, a core niche that we are moving into. And of course, we have members that look into nanotechnology. We have members that look into upcycling or recycling waste and so forth in our chemistry program. And I'm sure you are quite aware that we have a lot of program with the community along these particular areas. So that is our chemistry. We also have another program is zoology, my own program. So, very similar to biotechnology, zoology use animal as the model. So we have evolutionary studies on those animals. We have behavioral studies. We have ecological related studies, disease related studies under zoology. Similarly, if we move into plant, you have forest-based studies. You have those that look into taxonomy, systematics. You have those that look into crop pest management. So these are the areas in plant. And then if you move to aquatic, now you're looking all similar type of studies into aquatic systems from invertebrates, benthic, and fish taxonomy, not only fish, mollusk, so all these different areas. So in zoology, in plant and aquatic especially, researchers are also very much interested to explore what are the species that we have not discovered. So they are very much interested in discovery of new species. And more than that, we are also interested what other things that these species may bring into the table in terms of as a natural product and so forth. And then we have our agro-technology.
Yeah.
So agro-technology is the most recent program whereby students in campus, so they have their lectures as usual, but interestingly, they will spend 1 year in industry. So this is what we call 2U 2I program, whereby they have 2 years to 3 years in university and 1 year in industry, whereby they are taught by the industry.
Yes.
So now their teachers, their facilitators are from the industry themselves. So they gain working experience while learning these structured modules being delivered by their mentors at the working place. So these are the different undergraduate programs that we have. And of course, along similar line, we have masters and PhD program whereby you can do your research under these huge different areas by research. We have sustainable land use and management program, SLUS. This is a coursework for masters, and this is mostly to our managers who manage land, manage resources, whereby we work closely with Faculty of Social Science and Humanities. So two more exciting things coming up very soon. We already get approval for analytical chemistry. Starting yes, January.
It's January.
January will be the first intake. Similarly, for food security, also starting in January. So these are the coursework program that will be starting very soon. So these are the programs that we have in our faculty.
Okay, I see. So, Prof, as we wrap up this part of the conversation, I'd like to give you the last word. What message would you like to share with our students and future students who might be listening to this right now?
Sure. I think one of the important thing when I started as a student, at the time when I was very much like any other student joining university, thinking about where am I going, what am I supposed to do, and so forth. Because there's too many things going on. There's too many things. Your friend may say, "Oh, this one is not good," or "This one, it's not going to work," and so forth. Regardless, I think the most important thing is to put your best effort in whatever you are doing. That is the most important thing. It can be the course that everyone dislike, but trust me, if you put your best effort, you will be the best in the field. And always remember, we are not alone. Always work with people. Always look for help, assistance, ourselves at the level of faculty. We also cannot work alone. We work with our collaborators, different agencies out there, and I thank them hugely for their effort and for their support in making the faculty a success. And similarly to our students, this is what they need to look into. Work with their peers, cherish the moment together. Being an undergraduate student is one of the beautiful moments in my life, and I'm sure in any other student's life. Trust me, it's very different from being master student and PhD student. undergraduate student is a very nice woman, and enjoy yourself, believe in yourself. I think that's the very important key thing, and do your best.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Professor Technologist Dr. Fasali, for your welcome message. Now, to our listeners, if it's your first time hearing about FRC, we love to welcome you. Our doors are always open to future students, collaborators, and anyone curious about what we do. And honestly, FRST isn't just about books or labs. It's also about the coffee and also runs before the lectures and also the late night group projects, the last minute assignment submission project that somehow get finished on the time, and the friendship that lasts long after graduation. That's what we want this podcast to capture. Not just the academics, but the everyday stories that make our faculty such a unique community. Thank you, Professor Technologist Dr. Faisali. Thank you again, once again, for being our very first guest and helping us to launch this project.
Sure. Thank you so much.
And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us on this debut episode of our FRST podcast. We started today with a formal introduction to the faculty, but next time we're going to listen things up and bring out you something completely different. In episode 2, we'll dive into the lighter side of the campus, some funny stories or unexpected moments, and the little things that make being part of FRC unforgettable.
College stories.
College stories. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a fun time, so stay tuned. Before we sign off, this podcast is just the beginning. In future episodes, we'll be covering everything from fascinating research stories to behind the screen, student life, and even some lighthearted campus myth and debates.
Sure.
Once again, thank you so much,
Thank
everyone.
you so much.
We love you for the part of the journey. Follow us on our Instagram and TikTok platform and share your ideas or questions for future episodes. Your voice matters, and we want you to be part of this community. Until next time, take care. I will see you soon, episode 2.
See you.